I am back at the 44 spot, and in today's episode I wanted to show you guys how I like to set up for a little overnight catfishing, and hopefully we could get on a fish for you guys too. That would be an extra little bonus, but mainly wanted to show you guys, yeah, just little things here and there that I like to do when setting up for catfishing overnight. So stick around, stay tuned. First thing is first. This is something I keep forgetting about. Get your net out before your rods, or same time as your rods, but never after your rods. Because as soon as you get your lines out, you could have a fish bite right away and you don't have a net out. And if you're solo like I am today, you kind of need that net to land that fish on a cut bank that's a little muddy and steep in areas. So yeah, first things first, get that net out and then we'll get our rods out. I've converted this was a surf rod, a spinning reel surf rod, converted it into a bait casting rod. Got a bait caster, a Penn GT 320 or something like that. Redid the grips on it, re-glued in the aluminum reel seat, and for the setup for my rig, I got 65-pound test. I've got 50-pound mono as my leader line to my hook, and then I've got a modified 3-way little dropper rig. Slides freely on the line, barrel swivel that's 150 pound, I think. Yeah, and then a 40-pound leader connected to my weights on that little dropper rig. Well, yeah, that's the setup for this one. Live bluegill. I'll walk it under that jam. All right, that one's set up. We're gonna go with the other one. We're gonna go with there, now that one's set up. I like to engage the clicker. The other one, I have I think it's called a catfish rig, similar to a crappie rig, but bigger hooks. I'm gonna put one live bait on there, one cut bait on there, and I'm gonna cast it out right over there where that pathway goes to. Here's my rain fly system. If you know it's not gonna rain, you can still put it up because there's a lot of little twigs, leaves, and branches, you know, that could fall on you, and bugs. It kind of helps for bugs too. But not only that, you got the morning dew that happens, and that it really helps so that doesn't set on your sleeping bag or whatever you're covering with, or just your pants in the morning. But rain fly, and you could use sticks, but I found these in a tent that somebody threw away. It's just a rod that extends out to multiple lengths. You can kind of adjust it, adjust the height, and yeah, once again, let me show you. Let me just lay this out and start setting up the shelter. Okay, there we go. It's 10 by 12. And I'm going to be propping this corner up and all 3 other corners are going to be staked down to the ground. Just, I mean, right to the ground. I'll tie a little loop right here and put a stake through it. Stake it right to the ground. I'm going to throw one of those sticks. I'm going to throw one of those poles at the front of it to prop it up, give me my height, and then right in the middle on the inside to give me more room underneath the shelter. I've just made a little loop, overhand knot, and yeah, make a little loop. I like to sag it in the middle a little bit. You don't want to make it real tight from one side to your other side. That way it will give you enough room in the middle to push up in the middle and give you that little dome look in the middle, which you'll see pretty soon here. This is by far my favorite shelter setup, and it's the most efficient too for when heavy winds come. It holds up pretty good, pretty strong. Now for the fun part, installing your front bar. I need to make a little grommet for this. I'm just kind of rigging it right now, but these poles are freaking awesome. It's got a little spot down at the bottom so I can stake the pole itself to the ground so it doesn't want to slip out on me. But yeah, we'll just raise her up, kick that pole back a little bit, make sure it's got a little bit of yeah, let's go one more high. We'll go there with it. And we'll stake that to the ground. Up front here. All right, for your center rod, I like to find something with a little bit of padding. Put it over the top of your stick is what I used to do, but now that I got these rods, I use the bag for the tarp system, and it provides just a little bit of padding for when I put it up against the tarp on the inside. I'll show you that here. All right, she's saggy in areas, so now you just kind of go around and tighten it up. It's just mainly up front here. Look at that, it's already taken shape. My cot will just go right under here, or most likely my chair actually. Yeah. I just set this up last night and it didn't look like that. What I'll do is I'll get a stick and prop it up under this one just to make it tight. Shove it in the ground right there, and that'll tighten up that side. Along with this side over here, I'll do the same thing. If I want to get a fireplace going, I'll just put it right there by that beer bottle that somebody left behind. Yep. A few little more twerks to it, and that is home for tonight. Fit 2 cots in here, one there, one over on that side. Right by the rods. Wake up to a sunrise just over the trees over there, and hopefully a fish. All right, there it is. Usually if I were to do this, I would take either to this little grommet piece, this little tab, and I'd tie a string to it and then stake it to the ground just down at a diagonal from it to kind of just pull it tight. But we're not getting any rain or any wind tonight, just kind of setting this up. You can come up over the top of this too, tie something to that, and secure it to something, whether you got a tree, a branch, or a stake down there. But next step is firewood. I'm gonna get this laid out, and mainly just to keep the bugs away. I didn't bring any bug repellent, so I'm gonna unload this and yeah, get that out of the way, just so when I'm ready to have a fire, I don't have to unload it. And pretty much after that, I'm gonna get my chair out as well. But after that, I'm just gonna sit back, hang out, and yeah, not gonna sit under the shelter till I'll probably be crashing out, you know, just before I crash out. I'll get cozied up under there with my sleeping bag and all of that, you know. Want to be comfortable out here. Been having just a little action down there on that greenie rod, the cut greenie and the live greenie. But no, just one bite on this one. I should actually check the bait on that. It's probably a good call. But yeah, next step, let's get this wood unloaded. Conveniently, my firewood was right on top of the chair I needed to grab as well. So 2 birds, 1 stone. All right, now we're ready to catch some cats. Had some old burnt stuff around the pit already, but found some birch bark, and this stuff has some oils in it. This piece, I'll just be able to throw it under this pre-made little stack of tinder, a little kindling, and it should go right up, no problem. All right. What's up, buddy? Just in time for the fire. That is Flatty. We don't know his name, but it's a pretty cool cat. He just freaked me out a little bit, not gonna lie. All right. We have fire. Ooh. Oh, it is still on. All right. That took a little bit. Oh. But I'm finally hooked up. I was almost gonna pass out there. It's like 3:30 in the morning. I've missed about 3. Gotta give him that drag when he needs it. I've missed about three fish. I'm hoping this is a flathead. It's kind of acting like a channel cat, but a nice one. Alright, might even be a blue. It's definitely just digging. I like this. Oh. What's up, Flatty? Is this gonna be a Flatty or a blue? Ooh, we got a blue, I believe, on the blue cat rod. All right. Tire it out a little bit here. Before I try to get it in the net. What is that, Flatty? Oh, awesome. It's not a big blue, but it's pretty nice. Alright, it's in the net. That is not easy to do by yourself. There we go, guys. Nice blue. I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. Nice little shelter build. Setting up camp for cats. I'm out of breath. I'm tired. Nice. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. We'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, got my first blue of the year. Let's get it released. I don't even want to get a weight on it. I'm just going to get it back here. All right. Little torpedo. Woo!